tell me, when you were creating those movies, there was an intersection in some of the movies of your personal life and you brought it in the professional space. Was it challenging back then to intersect these two worlds?
No, for me it was very easy. It was just like you inhale life and you exhale the stories. But yes, I did have the headwinds of the naysayers who called me an exhibitionist, a person who washes his dirty linen in public, to which I said, there's no special charm in washing it in your backyard. It's my life. How do I talk about my life without talking about you? You will figure in it. Yeah, but I know that, and those were within the matrix of what is called bearable truths and palatable truths, because recently I started writing my memoir and I gave it up. And so she's very upset that I've given up my memoir, because I feel that all autobiographies are lies and biographies are double lies. So I said, no, there's no point in me writing when I can't say it all the way it played out, because the market, a product has to be a marketable product. And for that, unless you endorse, defend, and perpetuate the value system, which you pretend to follow, but actually violate privately, you don't do that, it won't find a place on the shelf. So I said, why should I be a part of this game? Because why do you write a memoir? For self perpetuation of some kind, for money, for fame? Why do you do it? So I said, I don't need any of these things. And so I stopped. Now it's over to her. She can do what the hell she wants with it. Someday she can make material from that if she wants to.
You also, perhaps, then made mainstream movies. But those are also not the ones that one would look down upon. Was that something conscious that you wanted to give them also certain voice?
I never looked up at myself as a filmmaker.
Okay.
I was a person who needed to make a living. At the age of 15, my mother said, your father is going through a trying time. We need monies. You're 15. Your sister has started working as an air hostess. And you are sitting down here and eating in front of me. I don't like the sight of you eating. So I remember putting the morsel down, wiping the hands of mine on my half pants, and going to my friend Asghar Ali, who's my dear friend, and shouting out to him. I said, get me a job, man. And I started as a turner and a fitter in Killick Nixon, which is there in Powai. No, I don't know whether it's there now anymore. And my first paycheck was of a week was 58 rupees. I remember I used to get allowance, week's allowance. I gave it to my mother. Ever since I've been working, so I worked to put food on the table. I was like anybody else. You are the boy of the house who has a family and a mother's word to live up to. It does the job of a provider. Now, since I was a bad student and I was a college dropout, the only thing I could do was bullshit my way through life by telling stories. And telling stories is something which I did in my lonely time. I had a childhood which was perhaps a little scarred by the standards of a normal, so-called normal home. So I used stories to kind of cushion myself. And so the stories, the storytelling skills was born in my infancy. So even then I stumbled and fell. So I keep on telling them, I said, look, I failed my way to success. My 20s were disastrous. I had 3 to 4 films back-to-back failures. So I was declared stillborn, dead on arrival, till Arth happened to me. Till Arth happened to me. I stumbled on my autobiographical idiom. So I was never here to steer cinema towards some grand heights and all. Who's given me the mandate to do that? I'm just a struggling, stumbling, fumbling person. Some movies I made would happen to be good. It was because of the collective vibe on the set, the contribution of my co-travelers. Many were mediocre. I rank bad. So if you look at my journey, I say that you can't make so many films in your life as many as I have made which have flopped. So if you're frightened of failure, don't come into this business. Because here, failure is the constant. Success is a fluke. If you have the courage to take it on the chin, fail publicly, be savaged publicly, then come here. Otherwise, get up, get out from here.
Tell me, what is that one thing that gives you that, think that, okay, I need to invest in the right talent, be it an actor, be it a director, and of all the actors and directors that you've launched, which are you really most proud looking at the journey even now?
Well, you can't pick and choose between your kids. I would call them all of them are from my flock, and I'm proud of most of them. And if I've contributed in some way in their life, it's only by bringing out the fire that was already there in them. Mm-hmm. I couldn't have put anything inside if it wasn't there. As I keep on giving the analogy, the metaphor of a gardener, he doesn't put anything into the seed. The seed has everything that is there. The tree is in the seed. And so I just give it the soil and protect it and allow it to bloom on its own terms, because that's the gift of life to life. And that's the most gratifying. Once as you get older, you have faith in the younger people. And you realize that your thirst is no longer as fierce as it was when you began your journey. Because you are an expression of a time frame. And when you were making your dent on the consciousness of the nation and the people, it was because you were a byproduct of those times and you had the burning fire in you to express yourself passionately. And you did. And then it withers with time, like everything which is born dies. So it slowly receded, like the tide goes back. But that's your tide, but you are not the story. The story of the history of nations is a story of its people. So there are so many people from diverse backgrounds, like she comes from Bengal. Shweta, who's the writer and the lyric writer, came from Indore, comes from Indore. The actors come from diverse, one from Haryana, one from Madhya Pradesh, one from Indore, right? I just felt that you need to tap into new people with genuine thirst to make a mark. You add to the garden that you want to kind of nurture. And creating people, creating is an arrogant word, fanning their potential is far more gratifying than just making films with your name above the title, right? So it's far more gratifying to hear a word of praise from a hardcore insider from the trade, praise her trailer, and see Vikram, who is one of my proteges, his face light up, and then I see her also light up. So it's very gratifying, and that gratification is something that you have to arrive at when you reach 77.